Welcome to the Vape and Juice Hacks, where we show you how to get more out of your vaping. Welcome to Vape and Juice TV, and this is hack number 1. We're going to show you how to turn a 0 milligram Shortfill into 6 milligram. Think you can do it? I'm going to show you how. For this, you will need a 0 milligram Shortfill of your choice. I go for a 50ml or 60ml Shortfill as they're called, makes it a little bit easier. A bigger bottle than you've got for your Shortfill, so we've got here is a 120ml Chubby Gorilla Shortfill bottle. You can get these anywhere. They vary from sort of 15p to £1, depending where you get them from, but make sure it's bigger than the bottle of liquid you bought. You're going to need a nick shot, definitely. If it's a 60ml Shortfill, that means one nick shot usually gives you 3 milligrams. You're going to need one of them. And you're going to need one of these, a flavoured 18mg 10ml bottle. And what we're going to do to make sure we can create a 6 milligram is we get your Shortfill, you get your big bottle, you're going to pour it all in so you've got plenty of room inside the bottle. And then as you normally would, to make 3 milligrams, you'd use a nick shot like this. So this is an 18mg or a 20mg, and you're going to add that to your Shortfill. Generally you can do these in the bottle directly to make a 3 milligram. If you put it in a big bottle, it gives you space to add another liquid. Now, if you were to put 2 nick shots with this into this bottle, well, what's going to happen is it's going to lose a lot of its flavour. These bottles are generally over flavoured by 20%, and when I say these bottles, I'm talking about the 0 milligram Shortfills. They're over flavoured by 20% because they know when you stick a nick shot in, which is unflavoured, it's going to lose a bit of the flavour. So that way it balances itself out. So why can't you just put another nick shot in to make 6 milligrams? Well, if you put another one of those unflavoured in there, it's going to start losing its flavour and it's going to start really impacting the quality. So there's a little workaround, and I'm going to show you what that is. If your liquid is, so we've got here Sherlock Holmes Yellow Face, which is essentially a nice creamy custard. Have a look around for a high nicotine strength, sort of 50-50 10ml bottle of a custard. And we've got our own one, it's called the C Word from Vape and Juice, check it out. And rather than sticking 2 nick shots in, stick 1 nick shot in fact you can stick 2 of these in, and stick a flavoured e-liquid in there. So by sticking in a custard instead of an unflavoured nick shot, when we mix it all up, what happens is the flavour deteriorates away a lot less than it otherwise would, thus giving you 6 milligram or thereabout, maybe about 5.5 milligrams of nicotine. Seem confused? I'll show you with another example. So, back again, explaining the hack. So here we've got here is a Grinny Heats e-liquid, Sling the Benson. It's essentially a really nice RY4 e-liquid, but in a high VG version. So normally you'd buy in a shop, to make a 3 milligram, you'd stick a nick shot in there, that's unflavoured, that's going to bring it up to 60ml of e-liquid at 3 milligram of nicotine inside it. But obviously the nick shots are unflavoured. So how can you make that 6 milligram? Again, get a much bigger bottle, this is a 120ml Shortfill. Stick your Sling and a Benson in, you can stick your nick shot in, and this time, rather than getting another nick shot and deflavouring it too much, get yourself an RY4. Very simple, because the liquid essentially is an RY4, or it has RY4 notes, sticking in an 18mg RY4 into the mix, shaking up, means the flavour is going to stay a lot closer to the original Shortfill flavour, and therefore give you a 6 milligram higher VG liquid. Now, when you add these sort of liquids, particularly the mouth to lung, the 10ml, the high nicotine strength flavoured e-liquids, it will make a little bit more PG go into the mixture, but across the whole equation, it's still going to be pretty much high VG, and that is how you get a 6 milligram high VG Shortfill. Empty bottle, lid's on the floor, there's a nick shot there. Find an e-liquid that has a similar flavour note to what you're actually using as your main base. Stick it in the bottle, mix it all up, and you've got your 6 milligram Shortfill high VG liquid. That is the convoluted hack number 1 from Vape and Juice TV. Subscribe, rate, share, send to a friend.